Hi guys, how are you? Mine this one titanium. Welcome back to Investing MMT. I will do a market wrap up here shortly. What's going on in the markets and the dollar and interest rates and so on. But before I do that, I'm going to give you a rare glimpse into what we do at Patreon. Okay, and I'll be honest with you. I'm debating now whether I should even use the word MMT anymore. I think it's become a very dirty word. You have a lot of scam artists out there using the word MMT. They're branding it as a free pony giveaway for everybody that the government can just print money, give it to everybody, and we'll all be rich. And as long as the government deficit spends in the right areas, then the money supply is not going to increase, and then we'll all be rich. Well, guess what? Venezuela had, who's an exporter of oil, okay, took those dollars and spent it in the right places, giving free shit away, and hyperinflated. Okay, so you can see that our understanding of evidence-based economics, which we call pure MMT, is completely different than what these MMT party people are talking about. They just want votes. They don't care about economics. They don't care about applying the description of MMT to the real world. That's not a concern of theirs. What their concern is that they can, start crying on YouTube and having all these little cute little slogans, and you can have this too, and you can have this too, and the government can give you all ponies if it just ponies up, and all this nonsense. Okay, that's not reality. So I'll give you an example. They say that taxes don't fund government spending. Well, that's the first thing that we went off on. That's not true. That's why you get a tax a refund. The reason you get a tax refund is because they're not destroyed. You cannot destroy something and then give something that's destroyed. It just doesn't make sense. The government shuts down. Why? Well, if it doesn't have enough debt ceiling, if it doesn't have enough tax revenues, guess what? It has to get shut down, and that's the way that works. Okay, exports are a cost. Well, guess what? Exports create jobs. Okay, and anybody that can say that creating jobs is a cost is mentally insane. Okay, imports are a benefit. Well, imports destroy jobs. That's the reality of it. Okay, so listen to this next part. This is how insane they are. Imports that destroy jobs are a benefit, and as a result, we need a job guarantee. Think about that. Think about what you just said. You can take imports that destroy jobs, and then you want a job guarantee. To do what? To do more importing. Well, I point to you. I point to Turkey. Okay, they printed, they borrowed, and they imported. What happened to their currency? It devalued. Okay, so this is all junk economics that they're talking about. We have huge differences because what they're saying does not apply in the real world. You have, on the other hand, this Mike Norman TV personality. He has zero understanding about investing. He's clueless. He claims all profits. He claims that he has 40 years of experience in a boiler room. Okay, he's a salesman. Okay, do you guys remember when he said the dollar is the mother of all shorts? What happened? Went right up against him. You remember when he said the great unwinding, that the market was going to start collapsing? The Trump trade was over? What happened? He was wrong. Then the blow off top. What happened? Again, wrong. Went much higher. Okay, we're at all time highs today. You have him claiming that higher rates are going to devalue the dollar. Did the dollar devalue? No. No. It has not devalued. Okay. Uh, uh, in, um uh, Inflation is going to pick up because of higher interest rates. Are you serious? Where's inflation? Where's inflation? Core inflation 2.35 or something like that. Okay. Nonsense. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Headline inflation has more to do with oil going up, okay, than it does with higher interest rates. We've been raising rates for 3 years now, okay? Where is the inflation? There's no inflation. There's no inflation. So again, we are falling into this MMT trap because again, it's become a dirty word. A lot of people are getting hurt by this guy. A lot of people are believing this MMT party political bullshit, which has nothing to do with the real world. And and here we are in the middle of all that. Okay, Edward and I tried to save MMT, to keep it the description, not the prescription that everybody's running around. More deficits. More deficits have led to more inequality. Okay, last 40 years plus, that's all that's happened. More deficits, more imports, more inequality. Why? Because the savings do not end up with the 95%. The savings end up with the top 5%, and that's the reality of it all. So when people like Peter Schiff were writing, oh, we're printing all this money, we're printing all this money, we're going to have inflation, we're going to have inflation, we're going to have inflation. What happened? There was no inflation. Why wasn't there inflation? Well, there was inflation. There was inflation in asset prices. Okay, that's where the inflation took place. That's why debt to GDP is growing. Okay, because those dollars are not staying in the functional economy, growing the productive economy. So what ends up happening is you're printing all these money, it's going into the savings bubble, and you're seeing that, oh, well, the recovery is taking so long. Yes, of course, because the money's not staying in the functional economy. So anyway, there's so much more that you guys need to learn and understand if you're really serious about learning how to understand real macroeconomics. And that's why I'm thinking of changing the name from evidence-based from IMMT, investing in MMT, get rid of the MMT and go to evidence-based economics and investing, because that's essentially what we do. We look for the evidence, okay, and it's all based on economics, and then we apply that into the real world, and then we take that information and invest with that information. Okay, we look at the fundamentals. So again, Edward and we tried to save MMT, the description, okay, and people are just more interested in free stuff, and people are interested in just using MMT, the brand, to go out and sell all profit scams and subscriptions and all that garbage. So, again, at this point, I think it's causing us more harm than good. Okay, because what we do here is self-evident. And I posted when the market was going to tank. I posted when the market is going to go up. I posted even Bitcoin, which has nothing to do with MMT. When at 20,000, that it's gonna take a crap. I bought below 6,000, made 48%. You guys, if you come down to IMMT on my Facebook page, you will see all those real life calls that I made. Okay, my track record on my previous YouTube page, mind this one, 10 years. I've not once said, oh, the market is going to tank, we're going to collapse, it's over. Not once. Not once. Why? Because I have the correct understanding of macroeconomics. Okay, it's not based on this, vague hunches and feelings. I don't promise people that they're going to have all profits. That's garbage. You're not going to have all profits. Losing money is a cost of doing business. Ask Warren Buffett. He's lost a lot of money. Okay, but net he's made money. And I'm not saying you're going to be Buffett. Okay, you might be. I don't know, but that's not what I'm saying. Okay. But you owe it to yourself to really learn macroeconomics, so you know what kind of policies are in our favor, what's not in our favor, what it all means, when you should buy real estate, open up a store, buy stocks, when you should be in bonds, when you should not be in bonds. All these things, believe it or not, are very, very important. And unfortunately, all the books out there are garbage. They're going to tell you about RSIs, MACDs, moving averages, the Buffett way, modes, and fundamental analysis, and all this stuff. It's garbage. It doesn't work. If it did, believe me, everybody would be buying the same books and they would all be rich. The truth of the matter is, in order for you to be a successful investor, you need to spend time, years. You have to develop the understanding. You have to see it for yourself so you can trust what I am telling you. Okay? It's not going to happen in a day, and I'm not going to ask you to take your hard-earned money to go out and invest it. I always emphasize you will use a trading account until you really start to understand what we're doing here. Okay, very important that you use a trading account, a demo account. Go out, get used to it. When you're consistent and you're good and ready, you'll go out and you will apply the same understanding in real markets. And there's not going to be any requirement for you guys to to have mental game and all that stuff. That is garbage. That's garbage. Okay. The only people that are stressed are the people that don't know what they're doing. And Mike Norman, all those people, they're always practicing mental game because they're always wrong. And if you do the exact opposite, you're going to make more money. Okay? They're always in mental game mode somehow because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know. It's a scam. Okay. So I don't think I need to uh, explain it. If you guys have not seen Mike Norman, go and look at all his videos for the past 2, 3 years. All he talks about is mental game because he's always wrong. Always wrong. Always wrong. Why would anybody emphasize so much time and effort in mental game, SEAL Team 6, go out running at 140-degree weather, go out running where there's icicles hanging off your fucking nipples, bareback. I mean, you gotta get tough, you gotta get tough, you're not tough. Why would anybody spend all that time? The reason they would spend that time is because they don't know what they're doing. That's it, okay? If they knew what they were doing, they would never be in mental game, all right? And if you don't want to come down to Patreon and subscribe, at least buy the National Debit. Okay, it's a very, very good book. It's the foundation of everything. Just go down to the nationaldebit.com. Okay, subscribe. It's $7.99. Highly undervalued, very undervalued, but it's the foundation. A simple way for you guys to begin to learn how macroeconomics actually works and not how people tell you it works, okay? Especially the MMT party with their fake little, cheap slogans and memes. So let's move on from that. So you come down to patreon.com/mind this one. You click to become a Patreon. It's $20 a month right now. This is going to change, and the reason it's going to change is because I'm going to start charging $150 per month because I need to pay my instructors. There are instructors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have 4 chats that go on live all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's one that is for macroeconomic teachings. The other one is for bare knuckle charting. The other one is free chat, and the other one is me, my thoughts for the day. Okay, and you will receive updated messages all the time. We also have our own private group Facebook page. You can go on your own pace. It's going to take you 6 months to a year to even begin to think about putting your own money. Okay, if you are have some previous experience, it's both good and bad. It's bad because you're going to bring a lot of junk with you. It's good because at least you'll understand the basic fundamental way of what a forex pair is, and what a line is, and what support and resistance means. So let's get started. I'll show you my portfolio. Okay, now I don't want anybody to say that I'm hiding my losers or something like that. This is all my positions right now. Okay, and we're not necessarily short-term traders. If a move were to happen in 3 days and we're satisfied, then we get out. Okay, if it takes months for something to develop, then it takes months for something to develop. Okay, so let's kind of go through it. Let's start with my loser, USD CAD. Okay, we have this, and I'm going to use my bare knuckle charting, but you're not going to understand it very well. It has nothing to do with Elliott wave, by the way. You have the thrust up, you have a correction. Okay, this is building pressure. What we believe the next move is going to be to the upside. Okay, if it starts to fall apart, then that's not something that we want to be involved in. We're going to stop out, and that will be the end of that trade. Okay, so I'm down about 7,000 in that trade currently. Euro USD, this one, if you go back in time, you had a, let me zoom in a little bit. You had the same kind of V bottom kind of reaction, okay, and that's back here. See the V bottom? We got another V bottom. Price went higher. Price went higher. Okay, we are up against this resistance area right in here. Okay, it's building a flag. This is bullish, so we turned bullish. Okay, initially we thought it was going to reverse. It didn't do it. It's building a high base right now. Okay, right in here. See it? So we have a 1, 2, 3 down. It's a fully formed flag. This is looking upside. So you saw 2 trades now, and one is hedging the other. Okay, Turkish lira. I talked about this many times. It's got its problems. I don't think they're over yet. Went long, took some profits. Okay, up, down, pulling back. It's starting to accelerate to the upside. So some correction is in order. But again, if this turns out to be a big M pattern, what we call an M pattern, and if you join us, you'll understand what that means. If this forms an M pattern, something like this, then the likelihood is, as long as it stays within this channel, price is going to go lower. We don't think that's what's going to happen, but if it does happen and it starts to come down and then it breaks out, then we're going to enter the trade long. Okay. For right now, we're making some money on that. Took some profits, which is good. USD, Japanese yen, big drop today. As you can see, we had a nice consolidation, a thrust up. We had a consolidation, broke out, came back into structure, and now it's likely going to go lower. US dollar, Indian rupee, and we went long the Indian rupee. Took some profits today. Very nice channel in here. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3 up, doing what it's supposed to do. We have this currency problem going on worldwide with the dollar being as strong as it is. It's really creating problems for the rest of the world. Oil is another one of those positions that we have on. As you can see, we went short above 74, caught this whole entire move, took some profits down here as it broke, and we went long. Now we're enjoying a 1, 2, 3 up very nicely. This could end up being a 1 down, 2 up, and then we could see further downside. But for now, we're enjoying the gains up 7,000 on that. Now, I don't want you to think I don't, that I'm over sensationalizing and everything. This is the portfolio that I run for some friends of mine, and they gave me permission where I can use that on videos and so on. This is a very large account. It's not, to you guys, it would probably be, I don't know, $70 or $720 gain or something like that. Depends on the size of your account, but it's just this is what I trade, so my money is in there as well. So don't, that's what I use. If it's good enough for my money and investors, it's good enough for people to learn from. Okay, and it's there only to learn. Great Britain pound, Japanese yen, very nice. 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up. This is coming back. Okay, I've been in this short for a very long time, a few months, and it is making me money. I've taken some profits. My cost basis is all the way up here, 52, 53, something like that. Okay. Again, sometimes we're in a trade 2, 3 days. Other times we're in it for months. It all depends on the price action and the economic understanding. So finally, Nasdaq. Everybody and their mom has been crying. Oh, the market is up too much. Double dip recession. QE, TARP, Brexit, Grexit, Italian exit, and every exit there is under the sun. And of course, the Trump. He got elected. The market is going to go down. And then we had Y2K, China. There's always all this craziness, but nobody really understands the macroeconomics of it. And as such, guess what? Market has gone straight up. Okay. If you go to my patreon.com slash, not Patreon, I've posted it there as well. But if you go to my IMMT Facebook page, you will know that when the market took a crap right in here, I called it, and we went long here. And you can see all that. You can see all that. Just go to Facebook IMMT. Okay. So Nasdaq is getting a little bit ahead of itself. We knew this was going to come. We bought, as you can see, we're up 22,000 right now, but we've taken so much profit in this. And again, you can go to my Facebook page and you can see it. Just made a lot of money off of this move. Okay. Now we have a holiday weekend coming up. Tuesday, usually you might get some kind of a reversal, and then we'll go from there. But for now, it's working very nice for us. Now again, I'm going to emphasize, I don't give trading signals, but I do have to give people my entries and exits so they know that this works. Okay. Otherwise, how are you going to learn? How are you going to know what I'm doing is right? And everything is done live Okay, it's not this hindsight bullshit. I do it live. Everybody can see what I do. It's not a trading signal, but it is a method that I use for people to learn how to invest. And finally, I'm going to end it with Bitcoin, which has nothing to do with macroeconomics, but it does have to do with bare knuckle charting. As you can see, we're getting this erection. Okay, this is likely going to resolve to the downside. Okay, as I've been saying for a while, don't get too excited about this move up. All right. Now, if you understand charting, how this is likely going to, I'm just going to come back here. Sorry. And talk about the Great Britain Pound Japanese yen. If you understand real bare knuckle charting, you're going to start to understand that this is going to start looking like a what we call like a limp tick, okay, where price just gets too bearish, okay, and then suddenly it just pops up. You saw the same thing happen here, okay. You had the 1 2 3 down. It started going into this what we call limp tick, and then boom, big move up, okay. This will have. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet, but at some point this will become um, oversold, I guess, if you want to call it. It will become ripe or whatever, and you're gonna get that move higher. Okay, so there's a lot of things that I can teach you about real uh, charting and understanding. So come on down to patreon.com/mind this one, and I will be more than happy to teach it to you. It's $20 per month. Again, the price is going to go up to $150 per month. I'll have to pay my instructors. They do such a wonderful job, and they really need to be compensated for it. Okay, $20 a month. It was an introductory. It was nice. It was $5 before that. Um, you know, uh, the there's a problem with people's minds sometimes that if something is cheap, therefore it's not valuable, which is I don't know why it works like that, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. But the subscription is going higher. I want to do a little bit more things, and likely in the near future, I will change my name or the site from Investing MMT to Evidence-Based Economics and Investing. Okay, and if you don't want to subscribe, that's fine. At least educate yourself. Get the national debit from Edward Delzio. It's a fantastic book. All right. Thank you very much. That's it. A little bit longer than I wanted. Um, Interest rates are falling again, 2.86. We are looking for lower interest rates coming here shortly, and then we're going to see that rise back up again as the months go by. That's it. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.